What's up guys, Brad here from Piney Grove, and I got Lucas from Peaks Peak down here on vacation, but I want to get a little work out of him. So he's got a grand total of how many minutes on the excavator now?
Oh, about 10.
So we did a video earlier where we pulled out some trees, but I really want to get some work done. So I got this pile here that I piled up this winter, and I want to get it on the brush pile in the background. So I'm going to have Lucas on the excavator with the thumb, the bucket and the thumb, and then he's gonna put that in the bucket of the tractor. And what could go wrong, right?
Not very confident in this whole operation here. I think this is my punishment for setting the one tree on the wrong pile when we were knocking it over.
And be sure to check out those videos. Lucas and I did several videos today. Check out the ones on his channel and ours as well, because we've had a really good time out here working today. But this is really work. We are actually getting things done, we hope. So I'm gonna jump on the tractor and we'll record this and capture our thoughts along the way. So just don't hit that tree and you'll be good.
All right.
Let her rip, Tater Chip. That's not too bad, you got it in the bucket. We've really had a good time with Lucas out here today, and he does not have much time at all on this excavator, but he put the first scoop in the bucket, so that's a good start.
You're trusting.
I don't know what the worst thing that could happen.
You gonna clean up after I leave, right?
You can't leave until it's cleaned up.
Ah. I'll be here a while. You got a brush guard, right?
Let's not test it. Right, you want to make sure that the trees are this way if you can, but what are you going to do, right? They are the way they are. All right, I'll go dump that. That pile over there, which looked fairly small, it's going to take a lot of buckets to move it from here over to the big pile. And the big pile is what we call our compost pile. We're just putting a whole bunch of debris there, trees and limbs and stuff, and hoping that it will rot down. And we'll take the excavator over there occasionally and kind of turn it and crush it. And in a couple years, hopefully have a nice big pile of compost to put on our garden when we move out here full time.
I am not any good, but I am getting better at choosing the right control the first time. Over there, when we were taking down those trees, I would have 3 or 4 choices before I found the right one. But I'm getting to where I understand which one comes next. Oh. I'm just not very good at operating.
Like we said, he literally has minutes on this machine. I think Lucas is having fun dropping them on the ground so I can pick them up. This one might be good. Not too bad. I don't know that I could have done any better. And all this debris here came out from this area when I cleaned it out this winter. Me and Deb got in here with the chainsaws and cut down some of these trees, and then we took the excavator and made this pile by cleaning up there. And that's what we have to do across this whole 20 acres that's still wooded, which would be about half of it, let's say around 11 acres. Make piles and then move it somewhere to be burned or hopefully decompose into a mulch pile. Not a mulch pile, a compost pile.
I'll tell you what, this is the kind of operating a guy needs to do to learn how to use everything. Now Brad's going to show us how it's done. He's going to separate some of the dirt from the sticks. Obviously, I can't do any intricate work with the thing, but I was starting to get the hang of some of the controls a little bit, at least understanding which one does what.
We weren't kidding when we said Lucas literally only had a couple minutes on the machine. We'll put a link to the video where he took out a cedar tree for me, and that was his experience with this KX71 excavator. So he really did a good job as a beginning operator to be able to put this debris and these sticks in the bucket, and he really didn't drop that many, although I made sure to make fun of him. One thing we've really learned to love about YouTube is that we meet like-minded people around the country, and in this case, Lucas and his family like to vacation down here near us in Florida, And last year he came down and spent an hour or two with us, and that was the first time we met. But this year he dedicated a whole day out here on Piney Grove to help me get some work done, just kind of talk in person rather than on the phone or by text message. So he showed up first thing this morning. It was 91 degrees, and we immediately got on the excavator and took down a couple of trees. And then we took the tractor and the zero turn and did a little comparison video of how the two mow differently, and also to give Lucas some seat time on some machines he's never used before. And then we came over to this brush pile. And like I started with, Lucas did a really great job for someone's first day on an excavator. So be sure to go over to Peaks Peak Hobby Homestead, that's Lucas's channel, and check it out. He's got a lot of good tractor content and also some great homestead content over there. All right, guys, he's got to get back to his vacation, but it was a big help having a second hand here running one of the pieces of equipment. There at the end, I switched over to the excavator. I was trying to separate more of the dirt from the logs, but I don't think I did any better job than what he was doing. But we got easily half of that pile moved over to there. And like I said, having someone on the tractor and someone on the excavator, not having to get on and off, that was just a big time saver. But I know we started off the day, you had never touched an excavator, and now you came over here a few hours later with taking down a couple of trees, and you said you felt like it was a lot more familiar to you.
After we had some time doing some other projects and working around the farm, and then we came back to the excavator, I got back in the seat, I really felt like it was a different machine. It had some time for the controls to sink in a little bit. So while I still couldn't operate at a level that I really wanted to, I was able to choose the right direction and use the thumb button and get it to go the direction I wanted to. It seemed like when I first sat down in the seat, I was going the opposite direction of everything I wanted to do.
Yeah, you've been using a backhoe for a long time. Those controls are different. You've never been on an excavator. The house swings. You got a blade to worry about. It's not yours. So there's just all these things that are fighting you. But I noticed that you got more comfortable and more familiar with it. And that's what I wanted. I wanted you to see just how fun these things are and not be so tense on it. And I think we accomplished that.
It's definitely a good time.
Guys, this was a really fun day, and I'm really happy that Luke was able to get on the excavator. We've been talking about this for a while, and now he has some experience with one, whether he rents one or buys one in the future. He knows what they are all about, and that's kind of the key to owning and operating equipment. You don't know what you need unless you go out there and try things.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I can tell that you can do things with these that I had no idea that that's what they were really made for. I just had never operated.
So yeah, for those of you out there that watch these type of videos, maybe to make a judgment on what to buy, I think the takeaway from this one is just go out, whether it's to your dealer or maybe someone that owns a piece of equipment like this, and just operate with them for a day and just see if maybe it's the machine for you. But we sure appreciate you coming out here and spending the day with us. We want to get you back to your vacation. Once again, I hope it's not another year that we see you again, but hopefully you have finish out your vacation strong, catch lots of fish, and make it safely back to Kentucky.
Yeah, there's not a lot of people that go to Kentucky to vacation, or I'd invite you over to Peaks Peak. But maybe sometime you're in the area, you can stop by Peaks Peak and we can show you around the homestead. You can try out the little lawnmower.
Definitely would enjoy that. And for you guys that are in maybe the Kentucky area or vacation up there for whatever reason, you've also got a coffee shop. So stop into...
We do. It's in Flatwood, Kentucky. It's called Farmer's Daughter Coffee Company. My wife and my daughter are partners running that coffee shop, and it's doing great, and they have some great coffee.
And I noticed on one of your videos they were doing homemade Pop-Tarts, and I could use one of them right now.
Oh, me too.
All right, guys, we sure appreciate you watching. And remember, YouTube likes it when you watch another Piney Grove video after you watch this one. So check out one of these two videos right here. But until next time, take care. And remember, life's short, tractor hard.
Y'all have a good day.
And there goes Peaks Peak.